What gives me hope is their dreams. What gives me drive and passion is the ability to help them fulfill their dreams. We are a 100% Black-led initiative within the Winston-Salem Foundation. We were established 21 years ago with a grant from the ECHO Fund and Mary Reynolds Babcock Fund. The goals then were to increase the involvement of the Black community and build relationships. BPI's Rethinking Black Philanthropy report shows that we are losing ground in Forsyth County. A child born in poverty in Forsyth County has a low likelihood of ever making it out of poverty. Forsyth County is among the worst counties in the U.S. for economic mobility for Blacks. We are number 2 from the bottom from all U.S. counties of all 2,500 counties in the U.S. In 2020, the median wealth gap for white households was $188,000 and $24,000 for Black households. After nearly 250 years of enslavement, 150 years of Jim Crow laws, and over 50 years of discrimination and systemic racism, it's tragic that there's a wealth gap, but it's not surprising. We need a multi-pronged approach that considers educational equity and an inclusive economy.
We did the research to focus on what was necessary. What things did we have to fix, if you will, and find ways to improve? That's number one. Number two, we are not necessarily focused on just the financial part of this. We're focused on actually asking people for their time and their talent. And of course, yeah, we would like to have the money, and that's important, but there are things that you can do to help us push forward.
I am Dr. S.D. Patterson. I am the Executive Director of Neighborhood Hands. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization located here on Liberty Street in a community where I grew up in, the Cleveland Avenue homes and surrounding areas. I saw the need. I saw the need in my old community, which is the Cleveland Avenue homes, where I saw many young Black men and young Black women struggling. They were struggling financially, they were struggling educationally. BPI is totally awesome, seriously, because they have really given us funding to help our after-school program, our tutoring program, and that's our main focus, is trying to make sure the kids have the right materials to get to the next level. And with the BPI funding, we were able to hire certified teachers come in to tutor the kids. We were able to hire tutors, and we were able to purchase learning materials. So it has only been a great resource for us, and we are very, very humbled to be a recipient of BPI funding.
Frankly, I think other Black people should get involved with BPI because it's important that we are part of the change that we want to see. I think for a long time, philanthropic organizations, which are largely white-led or white-run, have created missionary approaches to facilitating change in the community. But Black people being a part of organizations, initiatives, and disbursement of funds, I think is critical to making sure that funding is allocated in the places where it's most needed, where it will be used, and actually touches the experiences that we have. And so I think it's critical that Black people in and around Winston-Salem are part of the work that we're doing because it pours into our community. As I look at the work that BPI grantees are engaged with, it gives me hope for the future that many of these initiatives are supporting youth-led or youth-engaged initiatives. And so as we look to 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, I believe deeply that planting seeds in and around youth-focused initiatives will really help us see larger systemic change that are led by those same young people in future years.
I am Dr. Jennifer Sherman, founder, executive director of Sherman Academy. I graduated from Winston-Salem State University, go Rams. I remained here. I attended Salem College to get my teacher's license. and my master's degree. I went to Appalachian State to get my principal license, and then I graduated from High Point University with my doctoral in educational leadership. So I've been in Winston-Salem a little bit over 30-some years. So I've just been here trying to improve education for myself and for others, just being a continuous learner. I've been a school teacher for 17 years. So I started Sherman Academy so that I could directly address proficiency levels. It is extremely important to have BPI in our community because they are a voice for the voiceless. They represent our community and the African American race and what we stand for. They give a voice to them, and they're very supportive and they speak for our community. So BPI have impacted Sherman Academy tremendously. So you know how when you have a vision or a dream and you just say, I just need this one little thing to get me off the ground, it's just one little thing. And that's what BPI did for me. The grant that they provided for Sherman Academy provided all of the things that you see here. And that's all I needed. I had the vision, I had the dream, I had the heart, just everything to start Sherman Academy. But I didn't have a space, I didn't have the supplies, I didn't have the materials, I didn't have the furniture, I didn't have any of this. But I needed this to just get off the ground. And BPI did that for me, and I'm so grateful that they did. So that is how BPI helped. So thank you so much.
BPI serves as a model of changing or rethinking or reimagining philanthropy in the status quo by showing others in the community that you don't always have to give to churches or other religious institutions to see impact, right? And so being able, traditionally that's what we do. We give to church and we give to what we know, but investing in these startups and especially the young folks who are entrepreneurs, as I would call them, in this sector, to support them in that way, BPI is ushering that new wave of energy. The impact of BPI is gonna, if we don't see it today, right, I think it'll definitely ripple throughout our community in years to come because we're planting those seeds now that will surely grow.